Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. So in this video we will take a look at S&P 500 index. So why S&P? So S&P index is one of the most well-known indexes out there. It has an incredible performance over the last, I don't know, for forever basically. And therefore I thought that it might be interesting like to show you how to create an EA which basically works for something like this as well. So expert advisor for something like S&P will be a little bit different from the expert advisors that we normally do, and the reason is very simple. So with forex currency pairs, basically you don't have any overall direction. Let's say the price uh, the price basically moves within a certain range, and therefore you can go either long or short, and you can profit from both of these approaches very well. But with S&P is something different. Here you can see basically the chart or the performance of S&P over the last how many years? 1636 over the last 40 years basically, and as you can see the price mostly goes up. Okay, so the initial idea with S&P is that the price will go up, and we want to go with the price. Yeah, so that's the idea. So what I will do today, I will create a simple expert advisor which basically opens only long positions, because in this case it doesn't make sense to go short on S&P, and we will see how it goes. Okay, we will do something like on every Tuesday we want to open a new position, open a new long position, and we want to close the previous position, and we will see how this basically goes. Okay, so yeah, I think this will be interesting. Like, this will be the most simple example of an EA for S&P or for any other index basically, because all of the indexes or most of them have the same trend, they just go up. So yeah, I think I will try, or I will spend time with S&P 500 in the next video as well, and I will try to develop something more complex, and yeah, so let's get to it. So this is my empty MQL5 IDE. I will go to the experts folder, to the YouTube folder around here, and I will create a new file, and let's call it something like SP investing. Okay, something like this. Okay, and yeah, I will just zoom on a little bit, or I will just increase the font size so you can see everything better, and I will just delete all of these comments, or yeah, right here, so it doesn't annoy me. And yes, perfect and perfect. Okay, so let's start. So the first thing, as always, is to include the trade library. So trade slash trade.mqh, and then we will create an instance of this called trade. Okay, and we also need ask. We only need ask price in this case because we are only going to open buy positions. So ask is equal to 0. So then what we have to do, I think we can skip the on init function. I will also delete this on the init function because we don't do anything in there, and on timer and on trade functions as well. So I only have on init and on tick, and it will be enough for us in this case. Okay, so the first thing is that we have to get the latest ask price for for the current price, or for the current time. So ask is equal to symbol info double for the current symbol and symbol ask. Okay. And now, as I have explained basically the concept that we will try to put into this EA before, is that we will pick a one day, and on that one specific day, we will always close the previous position that we held for the week, and then we will open a new position. Okay, and it will be as simple as that. So I'll go up here and I will just create a new enumeration options. So enum, let's say days of week, and let's go. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. So the user will be able to choose which day he or she wants to use. And let's do that. So input days of week, selected day, and let's go with the Monday as an initial day. Okay, so with the start of the week, we will open a new position and close the previous one. Okay, so now we need to know which day it is basically. So let's create MQL date time variable called time, and then we will use time GMT. I think I will use time GMT. So it's like, yeah, I will use time GMT in this case. You can use time current as well if you want, but I will go for the time GMT. And then what I will need to do is that I need to create a static integer variable which will keep track of the last day that we had. Okay, so static integer last day, and initial value, because we haven't had any day, I will set it to 0. So now what I can do is that I can say, so if last day is not equal to the time.day of week, because if it is equal, then I have already opened my position, therefore I don't want to do anything. And also the second condition will be time. Yeah, sorry. So now I have to do one other thing. So I have to, like, because when I say time.day of week, this will return an integer which basically corresponds with the day of the week. So it's 1 for the Monday, 2 Tuesday, 3, 4, and 5. So firstly, I need to know which day I selected. Then I need to get an appropriate integer for that selected day, and then I have to compare it with the time.day of week integer. Okay, so let's do something like integer selected. Okay, so I don't know, my day integer will be equal, and now I can check if selected day is equal to Monday. If this is the case, then I will assign it value of 1. Okay, if this is not the case, then I will check. So selected day is equal to Tuesday. Is this the case? If it's the case, then I will assign it value of 2, and so on. So selected day equals Wednesday, 3. Selected day is equal to Thursday, 4. And if this is also not the case, then there's the last option, and that is the Friday. So I don't have to check that. I can just assign it value of 5, and that will be it. I'll just make sure that you can see all of this code right here. And let's continue. So now I have my integer for my selected day. And now what I can do is that I can check and my day integer is equal to time.day of week. Okay, so if these two conditions are true, what it means is that it's the day I selected, and I haven't done any action on that day so far. So what I can do is that I can firstly assign the day of week integer into the last day, and now I can first thing I have to do is that I have to close all positions. So I will do use a simple for loop for that. So for integer x is equal to 0, x is lower than positions total, and x plus plus. So firstly get a ticket, so ticket is equal to position get ticket position x. And yeah, I think I don't have to check anything else. Like I could add conditions to check the symbol and stuff like this, but I think it's not necessary for us because we know that we want to close all the positions that are opened. So trade dot position close for the ticket and -1 deviation. So by doing this, we closed all of the positions that we held, and now we can open a new position. Okay, so I will start by we will improve this EA once we test it. So what we will experiment with is basically a dynamic lot size, let's say, okay? Because what we will want to do is that we will try to use dynamic lot sizing as we progress with our trading. So we will start, for example, at 1,000 USD account size, and we will try to or we will want to like invest 5% of that account on every position, and by doing so we should grow our account exponentially. But for now I will need to know what is the minimum lot size that I can use. So minimum lot size is equal to account info double account I don't know, sorry, not account, symbol info double. So symbol info double for the current symbol, and symbol volume min. Okay, and I will use this lot size for our first test. So trade by position, so minimum lot size, symbol is symbol. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry, I am back. So symbol price is ask price, and we don't want to specify any stop loss or take profit because that's why we have this for loop here. And let's say buy. Okay, so this is very simple, but I guess it should work. So what I will do now is that I will go to my MT5, and here you can see the S&P chart basically, yeah. And yeah, good. So what I will do is that I will open my strategy tester right here, and yeah, so let's go to the single, which is for expert advisors, YouTube, and we want to find S&P. So S&P investing, and we want to change this to the S&P 500. So I will just start, for example, at this point. Okay, so we will test 9 last years, and I will enable the visual mode just to check if this works or not. Okay, so now shutdown finished. Why shut down? Okay, so let's try once again. Okay, so I hope that this will work, because if this doesn't work, okay, so now we run. Okay, and okay, so it's weird. I don't have enough data, it seems, because I can only backtest it from 2020, which is not a good thing. Okay, so I don't like this, but I don't like this. What I will do for the next video, and there is also an issue with our code. Okay, selected day is 0. So what I will do is that I will get more data for the next video, because 4 years of data for index is not much. So that's something that I need to change, and it's just because of the broker, or now I'm using the meta quotes MT5. So I thought that it will be okay, but obviously it's not. So what I will try to, so I can import, but I don't have anything. So I can't download more data, because before that what I've done is that I have tried to like import all of the ticks, and I will also try to import all of the bars for 1 hour. So let's see if there will be any difference, but it seems like I already have them. So if I run this once again, it's still yeah. Okay, so I can't do anything about the data thing right now, so let's just progress, and yeah, let's just progress. Okay, so there was also an issue with my code. It didn't close the positions, and now I know why. So it's very simple. It's because of this. Because if I do something like this, then it will only run one time, because then like I am always checking the same day. So what I will do is that I will create a static boolean variable called can open, which is equal to true, and I will check this can open. And now I will say that can open is equal to false, and I will enable the, so can open is equal to, so time dot day of week is not equal to the my day integer. If this is the case, then it's true, and otherwise it's false. So this should do this for us. Okay, so let's start, and let's see if this is better. Okay, so now we don't open any positions. Okay, so I have to focus on this, because I am still thinking about the tick, about the data thing. So if okay, so what am I doing here? So can open, yeah. So what I will do is that I will only check So, yeah, so what am I doing here? So I'm saying that I can open only if the time day of week. Maybe this can be solved by running it down here. So we firstly, yeah, so this should make the trick. Okay, so now it works as I wanted it to work. So on this day, on the Monday, we open buy position, which we basically hold all the way to the new week. Okay, so there has to be 5 days. So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Then there's the weekend, and this is back to Monday. Okay, so this seems okay. And that's what we are basically doing. We just think that the price in the long term will go up, and therefore, yeah, we are just saying, or we are just capitalizing on this idea that the price overall will go up. Okay, so you can see that this works as it should work. There's like really nothing fancy about this. It just opens and closes positions at the same time. Okay, so I will close this and I will run non-visual mode. And okay, so for the last 4 years this didn't perform that well. Like we had a good start, but then 2021 it went down, which is something. Okay, and we have only data. Okay, so this is my mistake. Sorry, I should have thought of this before starting this video, because we basically have only 2 years of data, and that's not something that we can work with. Just 1 second, please. I will try to. I will just try to do one thing. So I will try to use Vantage account, because I use Vantage accounts as well. And just bear with me here. I will just test whether I can use more data with them or not. So Forex, I just have to, okay, so and this is S&P 500. Okay, so I want to enable this symbol. So now I should see it right here, CFDs. Okay, and this is major S&P. Okay, and I will test just, I don't know which EA, it really doesn't make a difference. Let's go with, for example, this version right here. Okay, and 1 hour, and I want to test this to sorry, 15 till now. So let's start this and let's see. Okay, so now it downloads history. So this is just one of my EAs that I will just use to check it. Okay, so if this works, then I will copy that code, I will input it into this terminal, and I will run it here. But that will be only in case if that works. Okay, so yeah, I just need to know if I can use like 9 or 10 years on this Vantage. And I will also go ahead and assume that this will work, and I will just take this piece of code, I will select it all, I will go back here, I will export, so new file, let's go with S&P investing, and I'll just copy it here, and yeah, I'll go back here. Okay, nothing runs, but I will try it nonetheless. So yeah, so single, and now where is my S&P and S&P investing is right here. So let's try this, and it works perfect. It's not like from 2015, but it's from 2018, but that's okay with me. Okay, so as you can see, it works the same way. Yeah, it works exactly the same as I showed you before. So I will just disable the visual mode, and I will run this. Okay, so okay, so for some reason this is bad. Let's check if this changes by choosing different day. Okay, like it shouldn't change that much. We are just like, okay, so this seems a little bit better. Let's say, let's try Thursday and also Friday. Okay, so I thought that this will work, but it doesn't work. So why doesn't it work? So I'll just try to get more data, and here is a big step. So basically we just can use the last 6 years, which is okay with me. Like last 6 years, it's not much as well, but it's not bad. Okay, so let's now take a look at this and let's discuss why this doesn't work. So I would say that the idea is pretty okay. Yeah, the idea is that we only go long with the market, and yeah, we only go long. So why doesn't this work? I'll just check the... Okay, so the first thing is that our quality, historic quality is very low. So I will just run this test from 218 just to increase the data quality. Yeah, so now it's okay. So what can we see? We can see that the profitability of our positions is 50%, but like on average, it's not that bad. Okay, so you can see that our profitability is 50%, and like our average profit rate it's 6 USD, and our losing rate is 7.5 USD. So like the difference between being profitable and not being profitable is very small. There's one thing that we have to think about, and that is that with indices you pay commissions on every trade. So basically when you open a position you are immediately losing. Yeah, so that's something that we have to think about as well, because if you have, for example, in this case, let's say that our EA like breaks even basically, but then when you add the commissions, you will have a losing EA because of the commissions. So that's something we have to keep in mind as well. Otherwise, what can we improve? So it's like it's obvious from the backtest data that we have just higher losing trade. So when the price goes against us, it goes against us like in a stronger trend basically than when it goes with us. Okay, so that's something that we don't want. Let's just do one very simple and fun experiment. So here you see that we only went with buy positions. So what happens when we only go with sell positions? Okay, so this will be exactly the same. The only thing I have to change is that I have to ask here for the bid price. Okay, so that's the only difference I have to make. So then when I run this, now I should be profitable. Yeah, and here like we can see the difference difference. Like here we can see the impact of the commissions. Okay, so why are we also losing with this concept? Because it really doesn't make sense, because in a perfect S&P market, let's say, if our go long concept doesn't work and we only open long positions and we hold them for number of days, then going short should work, okay? Because we are just like, yeah, you know what I mean. But you can also see that going short is also not profitable, and that's because of the commissions, basically. So what we would have to do is that we would have to come up with a strategy which which has an edge in such a way that we can overcome the commissions. So I will try one more thing, because this is just interesting to me. So I will switch back to the buying, and I will try the compound interest, basically. Okay, because with S&P, for example, if you are investing yourself, what you usually do is that you, for example, invest every week or 2 weeks, and you just put there some amount of your capital, and then you wait. So you are like accessing the compound interest effect. So basically the capital that you invested before compounds with the investment that you made in the recent days, let's say. So I will try to do this in here as well. The only thing that we have to keep in mind is that the MT or MQL5 or MT5 as well only allows you to open a certain number of positions, and we can't go beyond that number, basically, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to open more positions. So what I will do is that I will firstly get the total number of positions. So total positions, and now I don't know how to access it, but it should be under symbol, I guess. So symbol for integer, symbol, and now let's find it here. So okay, so I will just search for this on the internet. So MQL5 maximum number of positions. Okay, so there's no limit, maybe. I think you can only get them of pending orders. I don't think there is a limit on the number of positions. Okay, so this is a good good news to us, because what we have to do now is just we have to comment out this for loop which closes our positions, and we can just run our script right here. Okay, so is this something that can work or not? So basically what we do is that every I don't know, this is Tuesday, maybe we just open a new buy position and we hold that buy position, okay? And we don't close anything, we just hold it. And yeah, so here you can see basically what we have done. So we have opened all of these buy positions and we are holding them and holding them. And yeah, this is what happens basically when you are just adding capital to S&P on some yeah. So yeah, so this is how it looks like. Let's change the day to something like this, and let's see if there will be a difference. Like there shouldn't be any difference, but yeah, okay, so we will also increase the capital because the S&P has higher lot sizing. So let's just increase the capital so we can like continue with our investing even though we are losing on equity. Okay, so it's a shame that we don't, for example, have 40 years right here, because then we would be able to test this properly. Yeah, but this is also interesting to see. I'll just check how long this video already is. So 45 minutes. So I will end it here, I guess, because yeah, I've tried out this concept. It obviously doesn't work. So what I will do is that I will research the internet and get some ideas on S&P 500 strategies, basically. And then I will go back, and in the next video I will try out some different trading concepts for S&P. Anyway, what can we learn from this video? So we can learn that the commissions play a huge part in your trading. Okay, that's the first thing. And just to prove you that it really does, we can like see the commissions in here. Okay, so when we open this position, for example, okay, so yeah, so the difference between these prices right here is the commission, basically. Okay, so yeah, that's that. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video on S&P 500. Thank you and bye.